Couture continues to pummel away at Vitor.
Everyone is going to tune in to see what the hell is going to happen when those two gorillas face each other. Randy Couture versus Brock Lesnar for the UFC heavyweight title of the world. That might be the biggest fight in mixed martial arts history.
One of the most decorated champions ever against one of the most exciting fighters to enter the UFC ever.
Brock Lesnar is a freakishly strong dude.
How long will it take for Lesnar to go for a takedown? About 5 seconds.
Gigantic for a heavyweight. He's 280 pounds, cuts down to 265.
The big question is, will Lesnar here just overpower?
And he moves like a lightweight.
Wow, the charge of that guy.
Brock Lesnar might be the strongest guy to ever compete in mixed martial arts, period.
He is teeing off, though, Brock Lesnar.
He's a huge man. You know, big old fists and huge shoulders.
Lesnar's hands look like lunch boxes.
Hammer fist
Lesnar
over and over
pounding
again.
away.
Randy's got to push around a guy that's 275 pounds that night, and he's coming in at 220.
The physical strength that Brock Lesnar has is so hard to deal with. Not just the strongest heavyweight. He's stronger than guys that are like 300 pounds.
The guy moves like he's 155 pounds. He's incredibly fast, incredibly agile. You don't see big guys move like that.
Prepared for big guys before, and haven't found too many that move as well as him.
The scariest thing about that guy is how fast he can get across the octagon at you. When he jumped out at the beginning of the first round, punched Heath Herring in the face.
Big right hand. Herring goes spinning back.
Sent him cartwheeling backwards and then jumped all over him. That was a gigantic statement to the rest of the heavyweight division that Brock Lesnar is for real.
Can you see me now? Can you see me now?
That scared a lot of people and opened up a lot of eyes.
Woo!
He showed against Heath Herring that he's a dominant force in the heavyweight division.
So strong.
He took a pounding. 15 minutes of ass whooping.
Look at his knees to the body, my God.
I don't think that Heath gave Brock a lot of respect with regard that he could still punch him in the face. I don't think he expected that from Brock at all.
Heath Herring is no joke. He's got a ton of experience behind him. He's fast, he's athletic, he's a big heavyweight.
And this is a 6'4", 250-pound man in Heath Herring.
And Brock Lesnar just steamrolled him.
From the minute they touched gloves and started fighting till the minute the last bell rang, he completely dominated Heath Herring. Then, that's when I said, holy shit, this guy's for real. This guy could end up becoming one of the biggest stars ever.
Big knees. He's turning it on now.
It didn't prove nothing to me, really. I knew that I'm 10 times the athlete as some of these guys.
So Randy Couture has a huge order in front of him in taking on Brock Lesnar.
The title and the belts and all those things are great, but what I like to do, I like to compete.
And there's the takedown.
The toughest test of his entire career.
I had to be willing to go out there and put it on the line.
Randy Couture's strengths have always been his wrestling and his conditioning.
Tim needs to stay on his feet here, but he cannot do it. Unbelievable.
My area of strength has always been my wrestling background.
There's a takedown in the half guard.
Found ways to effectively keep the fight and put the fight there where I'm on top of guys.
Oh, big right hand by Randy. Another takedown immediately.
One of the things that Randy does so well in the clinch is he keeps guys working and he wears them down.
And look at how exhausted Gonzaga looks.
What Randy does best is he controls, and he's diligent, and he's a smart fighter.
His ability to formulate a great game plan and to use strategy to overcome an opponent's strengths.
And Randy's takedown. Down. He takes him down again. Unbelievable.
Couture has been the type of guy who can break a fighter down, see exactly what his weaknesses are, and expose them in fights. I've seen him do it a million times.
Reminding us all why we always say on paper it can't be done, but you don't go and you don't bet against Randy Couture.
Randy Couture has made a career out of proving people wrong.
Let's get it on, baby. We've been waiting all night. We've been waiting for months.
Couture loves the underdog position, you know. I don't think he's ever lost a fight where he's been considered the underdog.
Nobody thought that he was going to beat Chuck Liddell when he fought Chuck Liddell. Nobody thought he was going to beat Tito Ortiz. Tito Ortiz was the favorite going into that fight.
Here we go! Randy Couture, right, left, unbelievable! Couture teeing off on Tito Ortiz.
He dominated Tito so bad he actually started spanking him in the third round. That's what a beating he gave Tito.
Spanking. Oh my goodness. That is just humiliating right there. That is a huge statement.
Nobody thought he was going to beat Tim Sylvia. Dropped him with the first punch of the fight, dominated him, and won the decision.
Then everybody was like, Gonzaga's going to kill him. Gonzaga's too big, too strong, too this, too that.
Blood is just spraying out of the nose of Gabriel Gonzaga. He gave a right hand right on the button.
Couture with the knee. And another big right.
He gave Gonzaga the worst beating Gonzaga's ever had.
This is how Couture has done it so many times.
He's getting overwhelmed here. Her team's very close to
Big-time shots, left and right. Randy Couture.
Trying to create distance. Her team's taking a good look at him.
And it is all over. Randy Couture remains the heavyweight champion.
The times that I've really shined is when I have been that underdog.
He's a guy that proves the odds makers wrong every time he fights.
Age 40 years old, has completely dominated another young opponent.
We're going to come in and show Randy Couture that you're just too damn old to be here.
Not bad for an old man. The age question gets played every time I fight because everybody's waiting for the shoe to drop. Okay, when's he going to slow down? He can't just keep doing this.
His whole career has been like that. You know, everybody's been saying he's too one-dimensional. All he can do is wrestle. He's too old. I mean, he's been too old his whole career.
I don't care if he's 45 years old. I don't care if he hasn't fought in a year. I don't care if he's fighting a guy that's 60 pounds heavier than him. You can't count that dude out. Randy Couture is a champion, a real champion. And that is an intangible quality that you just can't quantify in the octagon.
It's going to be a battle. I mean, we're similar fighters.
Randy, as a heavyweight, has relied on his speed, on his ability to have a wrestling advantage. He will have none of those advantages over Brock Lesnar.
He's been able to control a lot of people because he's a great wrestler. He won't be able to control me.
What Couture needs to do is do what Couture does. Expose weaknesses. Listen, everybody has weaknesses. Everybody, every fighter. And nobody is better at exposing those weaknesses than Randy Couture.
I have to focus on footwork and being elusive and use that speed and agility.
The way that he looks at Brock Lesnar and what he said is, I was Brock Lesnar 9 years ago. I know what he doesn't know. I know the holes in his game, and I'm going to expose them.
As big and as powerful as he is, it's still pretty one-directional. It's all straight ahead. If you're there and then you step to the side, it's hard for that freight train to kind of veer one way or the other.
UFC 91, November 15th, MGM Grand in Vegas is going to be one of the craziest mixed martial arts cards ever.
He's got something that I dearly want, and that's the UFC heavyweight title.
With me coming back and the crowd that Brock brings, I think there's going to be a lot of hype for this fight.
And I don't know what's going to happen, but I know how it's going to end, with the title around my waist.
Gears of War 2 presents UFC 91, Couture vs. Lesnar. Live Saturday, November 15th from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. Only on pay-per-view.